Hi everyone, my name's Cynthia and I'm a somatic therapist. I help people pleasers and nice girls to stop living for others and to start living the juicy, luscious lives that they're meant to live. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the difference between being selfish and self-honoring. This is a theme that often comes up in my work with clients, so I thought it would be a great topic to talk about. So what does it mean to be selfish? So being selfish is about thinking of oneself and behaving in a self-serving way without considering others. So we've all had that friend who is always calling because they need something. They need support, they need a favor, they need help, they need a shoulder to cry on. And then when it's your time of need, they're nowhere to be found. So if that's being selfish, what does it mean to be self-honoring? So self-honoring is about respecting yourself. It's about respecting your own needs, values, and boundaries, and about being able to speak up for yourself in ways that are also respectful to others. So let me give you a few examples of what that would look like to be self-honoring. So if you are self-honoring, you have the ability to put yourself and your needs first at times. And that doesn't mean all the time, but there are going to be times when you need to be able to take care of yourself and put your needs first. It might be when you're feeling exhausted, depleted, burnt out. Another way to be self-honoring is having the ability to ask for and receive help. As a recovering, people-pleasing nice girl myself, I'm very familiar with that, and not having the ability to ask for or receive help is an exhausting way to live, right? If you feel like you need to be self-sufficient and to be able to handle everything, that's a one-way ticket to burnout. So another example of self-honoring is having the capacity to say no when it's appropriate, right? If you're already feeling overwhelmed, burned out, you're not in a place to be doing favors for others, taking on additional responsibilities. And so that would be an opportunity for you to practice saying no. So in bringing up this topic, my intention is not to say that you can't be a kind person, that you can't help or support other people. It's more to invite you to bring more mindfulness to not being in a default mode of overgiving and overdoing when you don't have the bandwidth to do that, right? And it's to bring an awareness to consciously choosing to be available to support others, to give to others when you have the capacity and it feels like the right thing to do for you and it feels aligned. So what's one step that you can take today to honor yourself? So this is the fun part. So I'm going to be showing you an exercise, or actually we'll be doing an exercise together for you to get a sense of where you fall on the spectrum in terms of being self-honoring or not. So I learned this tool from a mentor of mine in grad school, and it's something that I still use to this day and I teach my clients. So what we're going to do is go ahead and, whether you're sitting or standing, you just want to have both feet flat on the ground. And you can just start to shift your weight and feel the contact, right, of each foot on the ground. And now you're going to subtly just lean back. So physically and energetically leaning back, feeling into the support of your spine and your back body. And now you're going to place one hand over your chest, over your heart. And just take a moment to take a few long, full breaths, letting the breaths connect you to your body. And starting to feel that connection to yourself. Maybe you can feel your heartbeat, hear your heartbeat. And now from this space of being connected to yourself, you're going to extend one hand in front of you, palm up. And this represents your availability to connect with another. So let yourself feel into this and just notice how this feels. Notice any emotions that might be coming up for you, any sensations in the body. And notice how familiar this feels to you or not. This being connected to yourself before connecting with another. Okay, so now we're going to try it a little bit differently. So now I want you to extend both palms in front of you, hands up, and you're going to lean forward this time. And this represents you leaning forward towards the other person, kind of giving, overdoing, overextending. And just take a moment to really feel into this. See if this feels familiar to you. Maybe this is your default setting. See what emotions come up for you around this, what you notice in your body. For me, I notice tension in my shoulders. It feels heavy. It feels like a burden. I feel strain in my body. Okay, so now just come back to a relaxed position and just take a moment to make note of how those two different postures felt for you. Which one feels more familiar to you? Which one feels better? And I want to invite you to play around with and experiment with these two postures this week and see what it would be like. If you're ready to take a step towards honoring yourself, see what it would be like to try this out in your interactions this coming week, is to take a minute, connect with your body, lean back into your spine, the support of your back body, hand over your chest, over your heart, connecting with yourself first, and then hand out in front of you, available to connect with the other. And obviously you're not going to be doing this while you're talking to someone, but you can just take a minute in a private space, in your car, in the bathroom, in your bedroom, to just get connected with yourself first before making yourself available to connect with another person. I'd love to hear from you. Please let me know in the comments below what it was like for you to do this exercise. And I'd also love to hear from you. What's one way that you honor yourself? Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.